Hello, welcome to a sort of update vlog, show and tell, random video. As you may imagine, this video was very planned. Nope. I'm going to attempt something that I've never done, well, almost, which is to not edit out anything and keep this a spontaneous video. I'm making this video for many reasons. One, I want to film something ASMR for you. Two, I have things to show you. And three, I want to communicate, with everyone watching, get things out of my mind, express myself, and whatnot. So I went around my room and I picked out some items that you've seen some of them, few of them, very few of them, in a video of mine in the past. And I forgot one. And right. I want to show you each item and talk about some things in my mind. This video goes out to anyone who wants to spend time watching it. This is special to me. I'll be speaking about things that mean a lot to me. I tend to worry about what it is okay to share on my YouTube channel. What is okay to share, what's not, what is too much, what is too personal. So I'm going to keep some of these items as not explained, so that I will just keep my privacy. Not all of these items are gifts or something, but all of these items have some sort of, almost all of them have some sort of special meaning to me. So, okay, so the first item is this. This candle is from last year, on my birthday. My best friend and I met that day. I mean, we didn't meet that day, but we met up, let's say. We had a 2-day sleepover and we went out, and I went to see her because it was my birthday, and she surprised me with cakes, little cakes. She had many flavors, and she got a candle for me, and I kept it, and it's still intact. I take good care of it. It means a lot to me, and this was the best birthday of my life. My birthday's coming up at the end of the month, so I'm probably not gonna spend it the same way as last year, and just this beautiful memory just means a lot. That my best friend is like my sister, so means a lot to be able to spend that special day for me with someone so close to me and be able to go out and have cakes and have beers and have fun and giggle and just be away from everything that stresses me. So this is item number 1 that I wanted to show you and share its memories with you. The second item, well, set of items, these rune stones. If you have seen my unboxing videos, then you know who these are from. They're from my dear friend Michael, and he sent them to me because, well, it was a surprise really. I didn't expect them, but he does runestone readings sometimes on his channel. His channel name is TirarADeguello. It's gonna be in the description. And he sent me these because I was really happy and interested and excited about runestone readings. And now I can give a runestone reading to myself or to anybody else whenever I like. Now, a little disclaimer. This doesn't mean that, you know, it's a serious thing, you know. This is just for fun, you know, but everybody believes what they believe, you know. I have found these to be unknowingly accurate for anybody I, you know, do this for, especially for myself. Unknowingly accurate. So it's not that I believe, you know, that magic is involved or something, but, you know, I do this for fun, but sometimes when I get something specific and it happens like the next day, something good or something bad, or, you know, it kind of creeps me out that it's accurate. So anyway, these beautiful, wait, no. I think these are made of polymer clay. I work with polymer clay as a hobby, so I know the material. They're handmade from someone, one of Michael's friends, I take it. Really nice work. And I haven't made my own because I respect and love this set right here. So I haven't made my own set. I could, but I don't want to. I don't want to because I love these just the way they are. So this is another item that means a lot to me, because it's something that I can use every day. Like, I can give myself sorry for my voice. I can give myself a reading. I can give my friends readings. I owe a few runestone readings to some viewers. I have not forgotten, and I'm sorry that I haven't made them yet. I will, in good time. And thank you for being patient. I'll get to some things that I want to talk about in a moment. Another item is this. Now, I'm not going to elaborate on this, but this beautiful little creature is a turtle, and it means a lot to me, and wanted to do some ASMR thingies with it. So, sorry for not elaborating on this one, but, you know, there needs to be some sort of mystery around this turtle. But it's a very cute turtle. And it's pink. Big news. Okay. Oh no, you can't see it's pink. I'm sorry. This is all pink. Baby pink. It's really pretty. I forgot that I'm gonna do this in black and white. So the next item that I have, this candle. Now, the emotional significance around this candle is that I used this in a roleplay, a video that I still have not uploaded, but I've been working on it for a long time, and it has been under construction too long because life happened. A bunch of life happened. For that video to be made, I needed my editing program back, and my editing program was not working for 2 months, so I was forced to work with a slow rendering program that takes 7 hours to render a 10-minute video. So from December until February, I had editing problems, and I could not upload big videos. But somewhere around start of February, I managed to fix it with the help of a friend, and through the help of that friend, I accidentally fixed it. So I'm really happy about that. So this candle was in that video, my mermaid video. There are two of these, and I light them in the video and place them on the floor and do ritual stuff. You're gonna see that stuff. But what I love about this candle first is that it's black, not just on the outside, on the inside too. It's all black, and it smells like blueberries. It has a divine smell. I've been buying these tiny candles with this specific color and scent for years, like for 3 years now, and I love them. So the smell of this has kind of made me feel, you know, like it's a familiar smell to me, this scent of this candle. I love it. I just love it. So this candle is one of my items for the day. The next item is this. It is a boxing glove keychain with the flag of USA. I bought this myself, and it means a lot to me because I keep it next to my computer. For all of you who know me, well, pretty much anybody who knows me even remotely, they all know that I have a great infatuation with the States ever since I was a kid. It was always my dream to go there or live there in a better world where I could actually travel. So when I bought this, I kind of told myself, whenever, if I manage to go there, you know, I'll take this with me and, you know, remember that I made a promise to myself long ago that I'm gonna go, you know, for vacation or live there or whatever. Life kind of hasn't allowed me to travel abroad to any other country up till this point, so I'm not sure if I'll ever take this with me somewhere else. But it's still a pretty keychain. I don't have keys on it because, you know, I just use it as a decorative. But yeah, this is a very, you know, this is one of my standard items that I look at every single day because it's right under my monitor, you know, my computer, so I see it every day. It's one of my things. Now, next, these. I used these stones in a video to say happy birthday to a friend of mine back in December, my friend Gregg. Wandering Whispers, that's his ASMR channel, Wandering Whispers. His channel will also be in the description. Because, you know, I don't wanna mention a name and then, you know, not give details about it. So I used these in the video to these are special. They're made of plastic, I think, some sort of, they sound glass but they're not. They're plastic, I assure you. I bought these years ago and they actually glow in the dark, and I'm gonna give you a short demonstration of that. I'm going to place one of these right on my lamp, and I'm gonna close it momentarily to let you see that it does glow in the dark. I'm going blind. Okay, so you're gonna, it's not that obvious really. Hell, it's not glowing at all right now. Perhaps it needs more time to absorb light. Okay, this was a failure, but welcome back. I'm sorry, that was a big no. I swear, they did glow in the video, but I'll have to shift this here, because, you know, when you look into a light and then you see a dot, or right now I'm looking at the dot, it looks weird, and I promised myself not to edit anything out, so I hope I don't look cross-eyed right now. I hope. If I do, I'm sorry. I'm seeing dots right now. So, well, I actually think that these are the items that I wanted to show you. Sorry, my leg fell asleep. So, I'm gonna talk about some update things now, some personal things, if that's okay. But first let me get comfortable, because my foot fell asleep, as I mentioned. Okay, I'm gonna turn this down a little bit and get comfortable. Okay, that's focused enough. My hair is looking crazy as usual. Okay, so sorry. So might make this a bit more lower, like that. Okay. So I usually post a lot of videos, but recently I haven't been able to film at all. Like, I filmed something last week, like I filmed last Monday and last Wednesday, and I uploaded both those videos this week. I think, I'm not sure. I have been trying to do some personal life, real life work that I need to finish. I'm trying to do some writing that I still have to write. I am under a lot of pressure emotionally to get some things done, and the reason that I'm taking time to make this video is because if I don't, I'm gonna go crazy. Because I need some sort of how to put this? I need to vent, creatively. I know this is a silly vlog, to some maybe, but to me it's part of my day normally. Like, filming is part of my day normally. Sorry. I enjoy making ASMR videos, and there's a lot of rambling involved, so if you don't mind listening to me talk about some things about my life once in a while, thank you, if you don't mind. I haven't been very well. I know nobody really needs to hear that. You're here to relax, but this is a vlog. I'm gonna put that in the title, so it's gonna be a little bit of a warning, but I try to keep myself positive for you, I am myself in my videos, and that means that whatever mood I'm actually in, it's gonna come out on camera. But when it comes to ASMR, I can't let that happen, because if I let my real mood come on camera right now, like appear, it's not gonna be pretty. What I'm trying to say is, I needed to film something, and here it is. Knowing that there are specific people that do watch my videos a lot, like, give me advice on them, give me tips, give me requests. I do have a request today to talk about Athens. That's, if I filmed tonight, part of it was going to be about talking about a little bit about Athens. I was born in Athens. I am Greek, for those of you who don't know. Many people kind of either are not aware of it because my accent is kind of American for some reason. I don't know why, I swear. But I am Greek. I live in Greece. I am, born and raised. And I was born in Athens. I was not raised in Athens because reasons. Me and my family have been moving around Greece all my life, so I did not grow up in one place, but let's stick to the subject. I'm gonna spend like a few minutes just talking about what Athens means to me. Okay, so I was born in Athens. Both my parents were born in Athens, and they grew up in Athens. And whenever I would go there, like maybe once a year, or when I visited grandparents, it always felt like home because of the idea that I was born there, you know. But it's a big city. It's one of the few big cities in Greece compared to any other city in different countries, you know. Greece is a rather small country, but Athens is big. It's big. It's a big city. It's an actual city. You know, it has a lot of cars. You know, it has a lot of buildings. You know, it has a lot of people. So it's an actual legit city. You know, it's the capital. You know, to me, it feels like, kind of feels like home compared to any other place in Greece. Doesn't feel like home because I kind of, ever since I was little, I kind of felt like my home is not in this country for some reason. I've always had a dream to go away, but it hasn't happened for me yet. But I do love Athens. There's a lot of history there, of course. There's a lot of monuments and, you know, beautiful museums and beautiful places to see and places to go. I don't know if you can hear that. The wind is really intense tonight. But Athens, yeah. I'll tell you what I love the most about Athens. The subway. I love the subway because there are so many people going, you know, in and out and about, and you blend in and nobody looks at you and nobody judges you, and you're just anonymous and, you know, invisible. And I really love that. You know, I see all sorts of different types of people get in the subway, and it's like so amazing to see all these different people, you know, many tourists as well. I love seeing tourists, you know, they're so, you know, different and amazing and interesting, and, you know, the whole way they carry themselves is different, you know, the way they dress, you know, I can totally tell when somebody's from my country and when they're not, you know, and I just love seeing all those people and me being there for even a few moments, you know, until I get from spot A to spot B. When I go to Athens, I usually go to see my best friend, Penny, the friend that I showed you this about, and it's the best, happiest getaway for me when I go there. Whenever I go to Athens, I go there and I'm happy for a couple of days. I haven't been to Athens since November, so I really miss it. And I hope I go soon. So, what else can I say about that place? I lived in Athens up until I was 4 years old. I don't have any memories from there at all, because I was too little to remember, but it's a fact. I did live there for 4 years of my life, and my my living grandparents still live in Athens. So that's that about Athens that I can say right now. Another thing that I'd like to say is about me wanting to go to different places and visit different countries. I'm not trying to, you know, undermine my own country. I'm happy to be from where I am. I have nothing against my country, you know, relating to me, but I also can't fight the urge to leave. You know, if only for vacation, if only to visit, I am screaming inside to leave, you know, to go somewhere else, to give something when I go there, you know, like to meet my friends most of all, you know, because through ASMR I've met wonderful people from every possible country that you can imagine, and they're all so far away, you know, they're not like, you know, next to me. They're like in the States, or you know, or scattered around Europe. You know, you'd think that because I am in Europe already I could visit them, but it's not easy. I'm broke. I can't even afford to go to Athens, as I just mentioned, so I live an hour away from Athens and I can't go, so I can't really pop to some European country, but I'd love to go someday. I want to gather money at some point and be able to leave and meet some of my friends. I still have friends to this day that tell me that I should visit the States, but it's very difficult for me to visit. I have several friends in the States. I have friends all over there, like on different regions on the map, you know, but you know, that would only make it more difficult to meet them all, because, you know, the states are huge. So even if I'm there in any of the states, it's not going to be like, hey, you know, I'm there, meet you there in 5, you know, that's but if I did go, I'd try to meet at least 2, you know, at least 2 of my friends there, unless, sorry, my foot fell asleep horribly. Unless there's some big ASMR gather up, you know, so that would make everybody be at the same place. So that would save me a lot of trouble locating everybody. Yeah, so regarding USA, I'd love to go there. One day, maybe, you know. But it's not easy, you know. I'm in a place that I'm not dreaming much, you know. I'm not hoping much. Another country that I'm dying to visit is the UK, the United Kingdom. I have several friends there too, very good friends, very close friends to me, scattered again all around, and they're very sweet people, every single one of them. Like, I'm thinking about a list of people right now, and I'm like, they are actually a lot close, you know. So if I go to the UK, it would be easy for me to see like 3 or 4 people while I'm there. Maybe more, actually. A lot more, actually. Especially if there's an ASMR meetup, which they do a lot there, I would be able to meet a lot more people than 4 or 5. Which is awesome to think about right now. Especially in the ASMR community, many, you know, people are from the UK, so that's another place I'd love to go one day, if the opportunity presents itself. I also want to go to Holland. I have a couple of friends there, and one of my friends goes there a lot, and I'd like her to take me with her sometime, because I have really dear friends in Holland, one of them being Lisa. Hi, if you're watching. So yeah, that's another place I'd love to go. You might be wondering why I'm rambling about places I want to go. I'll tell you why. Because for the past weeks, all I've been doing is breaking down horribly. My friends have been struggling to keep me sane, keep me on my feet. Some of my friends have truly spent hours listening to me cry and rant and just lose hope and just be a buzz killer, really, and being really negative. That's where I want to, that's what I want to underline here. Negative. I've been very negative towards myself for weeks, and that has been slowing me down from doing everything that I have to do during my day. And the stress and the anxiety have been slowing me down. So in this video I'm trying to talk about it, but in a positive light, maybe. I don't know what I'm doing. This video is like you talking to me talking to you, but opening up about things. So, I just hope I'm not being dull, because if I am, you can just close the tab or click one of the related videos and be done with it. I don't mind. If you stay, I'm just gonna keep opening my heart to you. So, why am I doing this on the internet? When I started my channel, it means that I'm putting myself out there, whatever that means. I'm not some sort of person who puts on a mask, and brings out some persona on my channel. I don't even know how to you go about that, but it's me. So that sometimes means that I'm going to bring up personal stuff, such as being sad, breaking down, having panic attacks, being depressed, blah blah. So I was talking about my friends having to listen to me being very sad. For any friend who is watching this, I'm sorry for putting you through the procedure of listening to me being, while being very negative and sad. If you're just a viewer watching this, thank you for spending time with me and for listening to me and learning about me and not getting bored. Hopefully not getting sad, because I don't want to do that to you. Sorry that I'm fidgeting all the time. My foot, my entire leg fell asleep. I'm sitting on the floor, yeah, trying not to get sidetracked. I've been very negative, and I'm realizing that this is not good for me at all. So, trying to be positive here. I'm not good at being positive. I'm not good at being optimistic. A lot of things have been going wrong. Horribly wrong. I've been stressing a lot. Sorry. Don't know what that was about. Wind. So I'm trying to start being positive in order for me to function right you know, because when you're negative and you're sad and you focus on that too long, you don't function right in your day. You have work to do and you can't do it. You have things to do and people to see and people to talk to, and you just can't. So I'll tell you a bit about my mood and my emotional state at the moment. Some months ago, I uploaded a video that said it was called Opening Up About Depression. I was depressed, deeply depressed, a couple of years ago. That was the first time in my life that I legit fell in depression. I was getting pulled into it again this fall/winter. And I'm kind of in a place like that now, but I don't even know if I should acknowledge, that to myself, that I'm mostly sad. I can't call myself depressed. I mean, if you had to be the judge, and I filmed myself the entire day, like out of the 24 hours of the day, I sleep 8 of them, like broken hours during the day. I sleep about 8 of those 24 hours. I spend about 6 hours crying and stressing, and the rest of them I am either talking with people, working, doing chores, just, activities. So during those activities, I fall into the vicious cycle of stressing and worrying and crying and getting caught up in thoughts that really bring me down, and I have to move. I'm sorry. That's better. So, I'm not well on the whole, I'm very sad this phase of my life. Some things have been going very wrong. Very, 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 very wrong. And I have been not okay. And I'm probably not gonna be very okay for a while. Until my life balances, because my life hasn't been balanced for a long time. What's this shadow thing? It's weird. So, here it is again. Let's ignore it. So, right now, I'm in a very bad place, emotionally. I have no reason to hide it, but I'm not happy about it either. Telling you, watching, that I'm an unhappy person on the whole, there are aspects of my life that make me smile. I have friends that care about me, which is a blessing. I can't ask for, anything more beautiful than friends that love me for who I am and care about me and accept me and care, truly care how I am and try to help me in all ways. Sometimes I can't let them help in every way, or sometimes I do. I don't know. I'm just happy to have them. You. Because I know some of them are watching. Thank you. Thank you for being here for me, if you're a friend watching this particular moment of the video. Again, this is awkward, for a viewer who is not one of these people, and you just feel awkward and saying, who's she talking about, there are several people that I could mention right now. Roffe, my friend Dukedoom ASMR, is one of my best friends in the world, and he's always there for me. I already mentioned Michael and Lisa. I have many friends like this, but it would be unfair, to just give a brief list, because there are many, many, many friends that I could list right now, but I would feel very sad if I left somebody out. So since I mentioned these, I'm just gonna leave it there and say that I'm not gonna get into a full list of names, but I remember each and every person who cares about me and talks to me, even not so often. I know you care, it's okay. I don't forget. And again, for the viewer watching this, there are just a few people that are many people that are really good people and really good to me. And thank you. I thank the universe for all of them. So, when really bad things happen, I turn to these people, because family, friends are family, and family is everything, Sometimes friends are all the family you have, and so sometimes when I can't talk to them, because I do have to sleep at some point, even though I'm a night owl, in order for me to be positive, I go to my happy place sometimes. Very rarely, usually I just try to do some lucid dreaming, like focus your thoughts on stuff and hope that you fall asleep thinking about that stuff, and that stuff will turn into a dream. Almost never happens, but at least I fall asleep calm. Sometimes I listen to specific things on my MP3 player, like recordings, ASMR, things like that, special audios, like to calm me down. Sometimes I listen to birds, things like that in my MP3, and I go to my happy place. In my happy place, there are many trees. Trees that are beautiful and important to me and symbolic. There are oak trees, olive trees, willows, I mentioned oak trees, pine trees. There's a beautiful tall sequoia. There's grass, flowers, roses, hills in the background. There's a river, beautiful river. Those things will never change, that's my happy place. And in my happy place, the weather is always sunny, but there are enough clouds here and there so that it's not too sunny, And the air is always clear and not too hot. It's never summer there. I hate the summer. I'd say it's always kind of autumn time of the year. But here in Greece, autumn is not, cold and, full of rains usually. It's kind of like a spring, but without too many flowers, because during the summer everything gets dry here and yellow, but in autumn the grass goes green again and stuff, and it's beautiful. So it's kind of autumn in my happy place with all my happy trees. And those trees mean the world to me. And I go there for safety and happiness. And that's how I managed to sleep and to relax. And there's actually a fantastic channel that I want to mention right now. It's called ASMR Rooms, and that channel has beautiful, beautiful ambience videos. And I'm gonna actually link my favorite one that I actually use to sleep. I'm gonna put that in the description. ASMR Rooms, check that channel. It's beautiful. I love it. I actually use that video. I've downloaded the sound from it and I sleep listening to it. Try it. But don't have it too loud. You know, depending on what headphones you have, you need to, whatever ASMR you may use to sleep or any sounds, just make sure it's not too loud. You know, because it might wake you up. Also, I know I got a little bit emotional a minute ago, and I kind of gracefully walked out of it. I don't want to become too emotional in this video. I don't even know how long I've been filming. Yeah, I should probably wrap this up. If you stuck around this long, you're a trooper. Thank you. The basic thing I wanted to let out in this video is just bits and pieces about me, you know, and it is a vlog after all. Just wanted to let some things out. And I don't know if this has been ASMR, you know, or if it's been a vlog, or if it's been a very emotional human being just recording it on camera and putting it on YouTube. I don't really mind. I don't really care how this is labeled. I want to do this and I'm doing it. So, if anything, for my friends who want to see it, or some of the viewers that I have who I don't know personally, but they talk to me, you talk to me, and it makes me feel really nice to know that you care. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for spending this time with me, for listening to me being a bit too honest and too open. And I hope that I'm gonna make more videos soon, because it's a hobby that helps me cope. And I haven't been coping well with life at all, so I need this. I know this was not proper ASMR content, but it's something. It's all I could pull together. And I am not going to edit anything out of this. It's gonna go up as it is. So thank you for being here, for watching, and I hope I wasn't a pain in the butt to listen to. I'll wrap this up and say goodnight now. Good night. I hope that some of this was relaxing, and I will see you soon.